In the quiet vastness of space, where the stars stretch endlessly in all directions, there was a ship called the Orion. Unlike the many bustling spacecraft that traveled the stars, the Orion's journey was one of silence and solitude. Its mission was simple: to explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy, where no other human had ventured before. Captain Elena Marlow sat in the command seat, gazing out through the wide observation window of the ship. The stars outside glimmered softly, their light distant and gentle, casting a faint glow into the cabin. It was moments like these, when everything was calm, that Elena cherished the most. Out here, far from the noise of planets and space stations, she felt a sense of peace she could never find back home. The Orion was fully automated, designed to drift through the galaxy with minimal intervention. Its engines hummed quietly, almost as if the ship were breathing softly, guiding it through the celestial seas. Elena had been alone on the Orion for weeks now, and she had come to love the rhythm of space, the slow, measured pulse of the stars, the soft whispers of distant nebulae, and the gentle sway of the ship as it floated along the invisible currents of the universe. She closed her eyes for a moment, letting herself drift. The quiet was comforting, wrapping around her like a soft blanket. In the distance, a nebula caught her attention, its colors swirling in shades of blue, purple, and gold. Elena activated the ship's sensors, but there was no need to rush. The nebula would still be there when she arrived, its beauty waiting to be admired. As the Orion approached the nebula, the stars seemed to dim, replaced by the soft glow of the cosmic clouds. The ship's systems dimmed the lights inside, and the view outside became the only source of illumination. It was as if the nebula had become part of the ship, surrounding it in a gentle embrace of light and color. Elena smiled to herself. She had read about this phenomenon, the Nebula of Dreams. Ancient spacefarers had spoken of it, describing it as a place where time slowed and the mind could wander freely. They said that those who entered the nebula often experienced vivid dreams, even while awake. Elena leaned back in her seat, letting the nebula's light wash over her. She could feel her thoughts begin to slow, her mind drifting like the Orion through space. Memories of her past floated up, moments from childhood, quiet afternoons spent staring at the stars, dreams of distant worlds she had always wanted to visit. But there was no rush. Out here, in the infinite expanse of space, time seemed to lose its meaning. There were no deadlines, no destinations to hurry toward. The journey itself was the destination, and Elena felt content to simply exist in this moment. As the minutes passed, the soft colors of the nebula began to change. The blues deepened into rich indigos, the purples softened into pinks, and the golds shimmered like stardust. Elena watched as the stars within the nebula seemed to move, shifting slowly like a cosmic dance. The ship's sensors beeped softly, notifying her of a nearby planet, a small, quiet world, uninhabited and untouched. Elena adjusted the ship's course, guiding the Orion toward the planet. It appeared on the screen as a small, pale blue dot, its atmosphere glowing faintly in the darkness of space. As the ship descended into the planet's orbit, Elena marveled at its beauty. The planet was covered in oceans that shimmered under the distant light of its sun, with small islands scattered across its surface like jewels in a sea of blue. There was no sign of life, no cities or settlements, just pure, untouched nature. Elena set the ship to autopilot and leaned back once more, watching the planet turn slowly beneath her. It was peaceful here, far away from the noise of the galaxy. The soft hum of the ship blended with the quiet of space, and Elena found herself drifting again, her thoughts merging with the silence around her. Time passed slowly, though Elena wasn't sure how long. Hours, maybe days, it didn't matter. Out here in the calm of space, she felt free from the burdens of time. The Orion would continue its journey, exploring the stars, and she would be here, watching, drifting, and dreaming. As the ship gently circled the planet, Elena reflected on her journey so far. She had spent years preparing for this mission, training and learning, always dreaming of the moment she would leave Earth behind. And now that she was here, in the farthest reaches of space, she realized that what she sought wasn't adventure or discovery, it was peace. The quiet of the universe had a way of soothing her soul, of reminding her that, in the grand expanse of the cosmos, she was but a small part of something much greater. The stars outside twinkled softly, their light fading into the distance as Elena's thoughts turned inward. She thought about her home, about the people she had left behind, and about the journey still ahead of her. But there was no rush. Time moved differently out here, and she was content to drift, to float along the endless current of space, surrounded by the silent beauty of the stars. As Elena closed her eyes, she felt a deep sense of calm wash over her. The universe was vast, but in this moment, she felt perfectly at peace. The Orion hummed softly around her, its journey continuing through the stars, and Elena drifted off into a deep, restful sleep, her dreams filled with the quiet wonders of the cosmos.